The city's partnerships gave us a lot to cheer about in 2012. Providing the support Durham needs now and preparing for growth and development that's just around the corner. When thinking about all that was accomplished through partnerships with the community, with businesses, and other local organizations last year, it's hard not to get pumped up.
I'm really proud to see that the city is partnering with Save-A-Lot and the community to provide a resource that will contribute to the nourishing and healthier environment for Durham residents in general, and specifically for residents in Northeast Central Durham.
Save-A-Lot is a low-priced grocery store that opened in September. A grant from the Environmental Protection Agency allowed the city to ensure the property was safe enough to open up a grocery store at that location. Another long-awaited need now filled is the opening of the historic Parrish Street Forum, an exhibit and event space located in the heart of downtown.
We hope and believe that this place will be a place where the tough issues are discussed among the broadest range of interested parties to achieve accommodations that can underpin a shared success for all.
And who better to showcase that success in Durham's new Downtown Improvement District than our very own ambassadors?
We're very pleased to announce our new Downtown Improvement District Clean and Safe Ambassador team.
The 10-member team does everything from cleaning and maintaining public spaces to welcoming and helping visitors, basically keeping downtown moving in the right direction. A number of community partnerships also truly stand out in 2012, beginning with the American Tobacco Trail. Between stepped-up efforts by the police department, school groups, and a volunteer trail watch program, it became clear that this is one community treasure Durham residents aren't going to give up to crime and fear.
It's an important resource for me and my family, and we love the trail and want to do everything we can to keep it safe.
A feeling that carries over to the city's neighborhoods as well. In fact, more than 100 communities participated in our National Night Out Against Crime activities, showing why you just don't want to mess with Durham. That spirit of looking out for our own is what makes Project Homeless Connect such a success. Hundreds of volunteers pitched in to help link those without housing to services they need the most.
Accessing everything in one place, one time, is the idea behind the event.
The kind of sensible thinking that led city staff, the city council, and stakeholders in Durham's food truck scene to work together to revise outdated rules and regulations. A partnership that invited all interested parties to the table, so we can truly live up to our reputation as a foodie kind of town. Thanks to a $15,000 grant from Sprite and the concerted effort of 41,000 votes, Elmira Avenue Park has been refreshed. Because of the votes it received through the Sprite Spark Parks Project initiative, a new basketball goal system is now in place and the courts were repaired. Talk about a community jumping through hoops for its young people. The park isn't the only thing getting an update. The Parks and Recreation Department is thinking outside the box with its innovative new Mind Mixer website, geared toward getting feedback on changes being made to its master plan.
And it's a virtual community meeting online where anyone can go and input their ideas or second ideas or to capture what they vision as a plan for the city of Durham in the future.
The feedback received from the community will help make sure the city's recreational facilities and programs are adapting, changing, and allowing all residents the opportunity to play more in Durham. That goal also led to major renovations and other improvements at the city-owned Hillandale Golf Course, a facility that's important to golfers, the surrounding neighborhood, and to Durham as a whole.
And we feel like it's a responsibility of ours to be a good steward of the Durham community.
Something the golf course is able to do by hosting numerous charity and community events, in addition to simply turning a profit, instead of losing money for taxpayers. Of course, there are a number of partnerships helping to keep Durham looking like the type of community in which we'd all like to play more. These concerted efforts between the city and numerous organizations are what keep our neighborhoods neat and attractive, our historic sites kept up in a manner befitting their legacy, and our waterways and streets something we can all be proud of. The kind of pride that's taking shape along with the streetscape projects in the Little Five Points neighborhood and the Angier Driver corridor as well. Construction on the Angier Driver project is expected to begin by April, and on Little Five Points by next summer. And if you think that's something, other exciting changes are happening along Angier Avenue and Driver Street, thanks to the Build a Better Block initiative.
where citizens take their block over, literally do an extreme makeover of their block to create a space that's safe, eclectic, fun, and it brings a level of new grassroots level investment to a community.
This initiative is supported by the Durham Urban Innovation Center, which partners with residents and businesses working to make their blocks and neighborhoods a better place for all. Partnerships within various government agencies played a critical role in working toward the reduction of violent crime in Durham.
We have to renew our efforts and our commitment to reducing gun violence that kills our children, that destroys our families, that reduces our quality of life, and negatively impacts our economy.
Initiatives stemming from the Violent Crime Reduction Roundtable involve law enforcement, the judicial system, social services, and community organizations, a true joint venture benefiting all Durham residents. The dedication of police officers across the city also paid off this past year through various mentoring programs. In coordination with the East Durham Children's Initiative and a Police Reads program, officers read to 5th graders at Y.E. Smith Elementary School for a total of over 160 hours. And with help from the Durham Housing Authority, a volunteer tutoring program made a significant impact on students in the Hoover Road housing community. It also helped to reduce crime in a normally high-crime neighborhood. A Smarter Cities grant by IBM is helping the numerous organizations working on behalf of Durham's youth to operate more efficiently and effectively. The report funded by the grant outlined key steps the city could take in partnership with these groups to better coordinate and measure the success of their efforts. Speaking of measurable success, the Bull City Connector is attracting more and more riders every year. In 2012, more than 515,000 riders took advantage of a free bus service, a 41% increase over the year before. And to make sure those riders have as enjoyable an experience as possible, some of the bus shelters now feature works of art.
We asked the artists to look around to understand something about the history of the area, something that's significant about the area around the bus stop, and to use that as the theme.
By the end of the year, at least 8 bus shelters will be used as canvases, providing an appropriate backdrop for the thriving city around them. Our strategic planning process has the city, county, and Durham Public Schools teaming up to help save lives. Through this effort, local government employees and about 3,000 students will receive CPR training, a critical step toward reaching our goal of a safe and secure community. Another partnership that's adding to Durham's vitality, even during these uncertain economic times, is the link between our JobLink programs and the people they serve. Whether it was through employability workshops, helping connect low-income youth with potential employers, helping ex-offenders develop a strategic approach toward employment, or connecting out-of-work professionals with jobs they were already qualified for, the city's JobLink system saw more than 53,000 visits to its facilities or programs in 2012. Results that matter to us all and are paving the way to success for Durham's local economy. Meanwhile, all of Durham's streets that were identified as poor or very poor have now been repaired or repaved. Thanks to a $20 million partnership between voters and the city, just over 387 lane miles of city streets have been repaved over the past 2 years.
As a result of the 2009 Citizen Survey, the city was able to establish that the primary concern of the residents was the condition of the city's streets. Thus, they used that information combined with the 2007 Pavement Conditioning Survey to prioritize the streets that would be paved in 2012.
Talk about laying the groundwork for the future. More than 588 lane miles of city streets have now been repaved since 2006. In fact, many of us drove in, around, and waited somewhat patiently for some of that groundwork to be laid as 100-year-old water mains were replaced along Main and 9th Streets. A project that required close coordination with our partners at the Department of Transportation and Duke University, but which will pay off for everyone living in, working in, or visiting downtown. And of course, what would a look back at 2012 be without mentioning South Side's revitalization? To say it was an exciting year for the project would be an understatement. What started out with the groundbreaking ceremony for the first phase progressed to the selection of a minority-owned company to manage construction.
They are actually one of the largest minority-owned construction companies in the country.
a fact that represents what Southside and all of the city's partnerships are about, creating equal opportunities and a better quality of life for every Durham resident.